What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's your favorite councilman. That's right, it's me, Reddex Washington, representing Alexandria City Council District 1, and I'm the vice president of the Alexandria City Council. Hey, look, I'm in the studio right now, live, KSYL. If you're looking for me, this is where I'm at right now. You see who in the building. Come on, you got to tell them your name right there. That's Sandra.
Hey, it's Al.
That's Al. Hey, we in here. So listen, we're about to go live. Y'all gonna hear some live things. When you hear silence, I mean you don't need to hear what's going on. So, but you know I'm a glass house over here.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Back here on this Friday morning. I'm Al Quartermont, along with Sandra McQueen. I almost said McQueen. I don't know why. It's Friday. Brain's not working. But we also have in studio with us a special guest today. He is the Alexandria City Councilman for District 1. He is your favorite city councilman, as he likes to say, Reddex Washington Jr. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
You definitely are the most expert when it comes to using social media, which you've done when you were campaigning for city council and as the city councilman. So that's kind of an important part of your repertoire.
Yes, it is. You know, you got to be up and ready. You know, it's 2023, so you got to be there for everything that's going on. But I'm not on TikTok.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, that's good. It's the Chinese spy app. Glad you're not. Anyway, the reason we're having Reddex on today, we're going to talk a little city council business, but primarily because he made a big announcement last week, and that is the fact that he is going to be running for the state legislature, and that would be representing district number 26, currently held by Ed Larvadain. So tell us why you're jumping into this race.
Well, you know, I'm jumping in this race because I love, you know, serving the people of Alexandria. I love serving District 1. And what I see is I want to serve at a larger capacity. And I've had so many people come up and say, I wish you were my councilman. I wish I could vote for you. And I've always said, just wait. There may be an opportunity for you to vote for me. So now we are here and they are getting that opportunity where they can have someone represent them the way I've represented District 1. I can represent District 26 and bring some of those same ideas to light and to action.
Are you running because you feel, or do you think others feel, that they're not getting enough or proper representation from Mr. Larvadain?
So when it comes to me running, I run my race.
Okay.
And so I run it for the people. And so I hear the people. And I'm doing it for the people. It's nothing against who's been in office. It's nothing against the person that's in office. It's strictly for the people because the people decide who they want. And so they can look at the things I've done and say, okay, I think that's what we want. Or they can say, well, we like the way it's been, and they can stay the way it's been.
So running for the legislature, are there some key issues that have really inspired you to want to take your message more on a statewide level and serve a bigger district?
So one of the things is I feel like I'm one of those statesmen where I came from the bottom and I'm still going up. And so I actually see where we have problems at with blighted properties, with the crime. I actually see it with my own eyes. And so what I've done with every step as a councilman is look at what I see and say, okay, what is the solution? Because I can see the problems. So I've been working those solutions and I feel like I've almost reached that cap and I don't want to be stuck right there because if I get stuck, then I can't serve the people at a full capacity. So it's just going up another level to be able to expand where I can help. And so, you know, everyone always says when they're running for office, change. Everyone always says economic development. Everybody always says the kids. What I'm going to do is keep doing what I've been doing. Nothing's going to change. It's just going to be more people that I'll be able to help affect.
So as you've worked as a city councilman for District 1 for what now, 3 or 4 years has it been?
About 3 years.
3 years, okay. What are some of those things that you've seen needed to be worked on specifically that you feel like you've been able to help get done?
So since I've been in office, This is the most houses that we've ever torn down. It's a real big part of my platform is tearing down the blight. It doesn't look good for the city. It promotes crime. We don't speak on the dead bodies that are being pulled out of those abandoned houses, the crime that happens in them. There's so many things that go on in these houses, and it also hinders our city from growing. So that's been a big thing with me, and I've noticed that we do need to change some state legislate on that so that we can get rid of some of these houses, so that people can go in and maybe buy some of these properties and get clear titles. If you can get a clear title, we'd be surprised how many people could go and rehab these properties or obtain them and rebuild on these properties. So that's always been a big thing with me, and that's what I came out the gate doing, was tearing down houses. Another big factor with me is our kids. They are very precious, and right now we see a lot of blame being casted everywhere, and nobody's saying, well, hey, it's my responsibility. I've ran into parents that even the parent doesn't say, well, it's their responsibility. So my thing is finding avenues for those kids. And what I've done myself, along with a couple other volunteers, is we volunteer every Tuesday. We've been going to Bolton High School with a program called Teach One to Lead One. It's a mentor program where we teach 11 principles of universal principles for life to help these kids. And I've seen success come out of this program. There's a crew that goes to Horseshoe Drive, and they do the same program. You know, right now we're servicing all freshmen that go to Bolton High School. So, you know, like I said, I'm not going to change anything. It's just going to be being able to do more of it to help more people.
Kind of gives you a larger platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I know when you made your announcement, you talked a lot about economic development and challenges you've seen as a councilman and things you'd like to do on a statewide level. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So, you know, the economic development, we could talk about that all day long. Yes, we need jobs. People need jobs. People need raises. People need money. We need to be able to pay these utility bills. To me, that economic development is something that you hear on the platform being ran, but what's actually happening. So what I've done as Reddex, that happens to be a city councilman, and I'm going to say that again, what I've done as Reddex, that happens to be a city councilman, is I've went outside of Alexandria. And the reason I say I've done it as Reddex, that happens to be a city councilman, because you haven't seen me do that on the tax dollar, on your dollar. I did it on my dollar because I've understood the definition of insanity. We can't continue to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. So what Reddex has done is decided to go outside of Alexandria, and I've visited cities that look like us. I've visited cities that used to look like us. And I say, what have you all done to change your city, to change the trajectory of what was going to happen? And economic development is one of those things. But you have to go out and build relationships with those other companies. Or it may just be one individual that you build that relationship while you're out fishing at a pond, and they own a multi-million-dollar company and they're looking for land to put another location at. You have to go out and find those things. And that's one of the things that I've done. But yet, we have to find a way to bring them in. And you have to have other people on board that say, okay, this isn't the same thing we've always done. This is something different. But let's give it a try. Let's give Facebook Live a try. Let's give TikTok a try. Let's give KSYL a try. We have to try new things if we want to see different things.
Talking with City Councilman Reddex Washington, who is running for state representative for District number 26. So as compared to District 1 of the City Council and that map, are there any additional things in District 26 that you feel like you'll be able to help with that you're not able to do right now because you're not part of that full district?
Well, so I represent District 1. Now, I do vote in all districts for the city of Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said at the beginning, I've had so many people say, I wish I could vote for you. I wish you were in my district so you could do those type of things. Well, going at that state level, then I can come over to, let's say if you live in Deerfield and you have a drainage issue, and let's say that the city of Alexandria has done everything that they can do. Well, me as a state rep, I can come over to Deerfield and say, okay, we have some capital dollars, we have some state dollars that we can put into infrastructure into the Deerfield area. So I can actually come over there and say, okay, I know it's capped out on this end, but let's bring some dollars in on this side. You know, since I've been in this position, I've never sat with my state representative that represents my district. I've never sat with my state representative and I'm the city councilman. Mind you, I'm the vice president of the city council. I've never met with that next person up to say, what can we do working together to help the people? That's what I plan to do moving to that next position, is look back and say, okay, now I know what happens at that level. Here's what I can do at this level, and I come back down to that level and we can work together. Mm-hmm. You know, I believe I don't have a problem starting at the bottom. When you start at the bottom, you know how everything works. When you start as the janitor, you know every place in the building.
It's true.
Then when you become the CEO, it's okay to sit in the office, but remember where the lower end people are, and you got to continue to help and progress everybody up.
And part of that district too runs into Pineville as well, so that would be different or unique for you too.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to work with my dear friend Mayor Dupree. I'm so excited to work with him over in Pineville. I'm so excited to work with Doug. I'm so excited to work with all of them. I don't want to start name dropping. You know, Nate. I'm my favorite councilman. I'm like Kanye West. If I got an album coming out, I'm gonna go buy half of them first. You know, but Nathan Martin. Every time we talk, I say my other favorite councilman. So I'm excited to be working with them over in the Pineville area. You know, and just working with everybody, not just the ones within my district, but also other state reps and other people in the legislate in the surrounding areas. That's very important to me, to go outside and see what's happening outside so we can change the inside.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are we up on a break or do you want to keep going?
About another 2 minutes.
All right.
So go ahead.
Well, let's talk about crime. And you have an ordinance on the council side that you are proposing related to juvenile access to guns.
Yes, I'm so excited about this ordinance. It's taken a while to get it vetted, and we're still working on vetting it some more. But I have been working on this ordinance. Let me put this disclaimer out there. It's not for the person who has a gun in their house and they're responsible with their gun, and they know how to take care of it, and they put a lock on it, or they have it in a safe place. It's for that negligent person that leaves a gun sitting around, that allows access for a kid to get a gun, that I give a kid a gun as an adult and let them do what they want to do. It's not for the person that goes and takes their child hunting, or it's not for the person who keeps a gun in their vehicle and then someone breaks into it. That's different. This is for the negligent adult. We've had that happen too often, and we don't have anything in place to go after that person. And so this is one of the solutions. It's not a finger pointer. It's a solution to maybe help curb our crime that we have going on. And I'm so excited about it. I mean, I don't like that it's something that we have to do, but it's something that we have to do.
So if you're negligent, it would either be a combination of fines and or jail time, depending on if the gun is used in the commission of a crime. Is that correct?
That's correct. It could be up to a $500 penalty or up to 6 months in jail. And that reason is because of the laws, the state laws that are in place, that a city can only put a penalty, and that's our cap right now that we can do is a $500 fine or up to 6 months in jail. So, but right now, there's nothing in place. And I feel that that's part of my job as a city councilman is the ordinances. And so I was looking for it. And the way I found that was going outside and saying, hey, y'all had a problem with juveniles and guns. What have you all done? This same ordinance was introduced and passed in Orleans Parish. And it's a different parish. They have a home rule charter. We have a home rule charter. So that's why we're vetting it with the attorneys right now. But the main thing is I'm working solutions. Unity, transparency, and action. This is part of the package you get with your favorite councilman. This is the action. Not just saying we have a crime problem, we need to change crime, this needs to happen. I don't need to point the finger when I found one solution.
All right, Reddex Washington, our guest, will take a break and come back with more.
Hey, y'all, we taking a break. I know y'all want to hear everything. We live.
Be right back.
But look, you
How much
won't
time we
hear
have
us
on the
for a
break?
second.
3 minutes.
But
All
we'll
right,
be
I'm
back
gonna
on
wait.
and you'll hear us talking live. Okay. Tony Brown.
Most of their refunds are over
I did a golf
$100,000.
fundraiser.
Businesses that have received PPP funds may be eligible.
Why you did a
And there
fundraiser
are
in golf
absolutely no
course?
fees
Well,
unless
it's
you
actually
receive a
in
refund.
District 1.
So there's no reason
And
not
it's a
to.
fundraiser
If your
to
business
raise money.
experienced shutdowns,
Because
limited capacity, supply chain challenges,
when the
or
people in
reduced
District 1 are
revenue
asking for something,
you likely
sponsor this, pay for this, do this. Where's the money coming from? I wash cars for a
So
living.
don't lose the refund you're
I wash cars for a living. So then he puts on social media that I take money from whites and Republicans. Why would the people vote for me in office and I take money from Republicans? And he posted the picture of the banner of the people, of the sponsors. What he didn't realize was Mayor Butler was one of those sponsors. What he didn't realize was Mayor Butler had spent money with his radio station. One of those preachers got on there and said some stuff, and Mayor Butler's nephew sending me a screenshot of he gave money to this preacher's church. And so he called out the preacher. The preacher didn't say anything back to him. Then Jules Green got on there and said that I was part of the cameras going up downtown. I wasn't even on the council then. Jules Green was on the council. Then he can't even spell. He said I was brought by the Republicans. He was trying to say I was bought by the Republicans. At the end of the day, I don't care what you are. If you gonna help support me, I'm the black Billy Nungesser. Billy Nungesser, he's a Republican. Democrats love him. Everybody love Billy Nungesser. I'm a registered Democrat. The Republicans love me. The Republican PAC, I'm working on it. They're going to support me in this race. There's no Republican in the race. I'd understand if there was one in the race. So you want to support who's the best candidate. I work with anybody. I won't work with Tony Brown. No, I don't believe in that.
I feel like that guy gets too much credence.
Yeah, the same way with Urban Cass. You know, Urban Cass was with me until I go with the truth. I don't go with black and white. I go with right and wrong. And I don't care about that color thing. It's right or wrong. And at the end of the day, y'all don't want me no more. When I leave here, I'm going home. I'm going to change shirts. I'm going to change shoes. I'm going to hook up my trailer. I'm going to go wash cars. 60 plus rent houses. I'm going to wash cars. All right, we're coming back, y'all. Now you're going to hear me again.
All right, we are back again with Reddex Washington Jr. He is the District 1 Councilman for the City of Alexandria, and he is running for State Representative, announced candidate for District 26, the seat currently held by Ed Larvadain. Now, one of the interesting things that's happening in the legislature is they're proposing to raise how much state representatives are paid. Currently, it's around $15,000, along with per diems. But this would be, I believe, 60?
40. 40 is
they,
as amended right now.
Okay,
the bill
they
is at 40.
Right,
yeah,
right.
it was
And one of
originally-
the things I've talked about is the fact that the way it stands now, I mean, you kind of see what you get at the legislative level. People that are sort of independently wealthy, have had, successful law practices, or maybe insurance companies and things. it's kind of prohibited, quote, the average guy from maybe running for office. Do you see yourself as more of the average guy? And would you be in support of something like that?
Let me tell you something. First, I like that. It's kind of like a loaded question. So yes, I support it.
I wasn't trying to make it loaded, but
Yes, I support it. If you see yourself going into a position that's about to get a raise, wouldn't you support it?
Yeah,
So yes, I support it. I mean, I'm going into this with a raise? What? Yes, I support it. Now, let's look at the realness of it. Let me tell you who Reddex is. I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm not about to play with that.
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with God before we decided to enter into this race. I said, I climbed to this position. I went through a window. When you climb in a window, you get scraped, you get bruises, you get all kinds of things. I said, I won't move unless the door is open. God started opening up doors. I wash cars for a living. Now, my campaign manager and everybody close to me is going to get mad because I said that. Because they say, you have to quit saying that. But I wash cars for a living.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm a common man. But I have God with me, and he's opening doors. So you mean to tell me God just opened the door and said, look, that common man, you'll be able to still make the same amount of money that you're making when you go down there and represent the people in Baton Rouge. That was another door that God is opening up for that opportunity to happen.
Yeah.
But also,
and look, that's not like a get-rich salary either. It just,
no.
It would, because I see so many of the state representatives in our area. They work a lot. It's not just during the session. They're constantly at things, working with people. So, I'm just philosophically, I'm not against it. I kind of think it makes sense, actually.
Well, as a city councilman sitting here right now, are you all going to give me a check when I leave here? Because you asked me.
I forgot my checkbook.
You asked me information about the city, so I'm working for the city right now also. But are you going to give me a check when I leave here? Because if not, I'm taking away from my regular job. Mm-hmm. To be here and to be in the schools when I go to the schools, and to go to this when I go and support you here, and to go have a meeting with these people here, all of that. Now, Granted, you make a choice to get into this position, but you don't get rich from being in this position. You do take away from your family. I am the coach, one of the coaches of my kids' baseball team. I miss practice. I miss games. I miss some of those activities with them. But I talk with my kids, and they understand it, and they happy. They're like, Daddy, we're gonna have a house in Baton Rouge too. So they're happy about that, But you get time taken away, and what's wrong with supplementing a man for putting in work that he's doing for you, maybe when you're not able to do that, But another thing about God opening up that door, the common man, you're supposed to be there to represent the people with the majority that look like you, that go through the things that you go through. You may not be the same color as me, but you look like me. You live in this area. So you look like me. I need to be able to represent you. And there's nothing wrong with a person having a private practice. I'm not against a lawyer being in positions. We've seen that so much. And are we really getting represented? I mean, I can speak of one representative. I love him. He's great. He represents us well, and he's an attorney. Mm-hmm. But he really does dig down into the trenches to represent the people. I don't have to dig down to represent the people. I can just be me and represent the people and not have a problem at all representing us. So to your question about that, I'm excited about it. It just showed me God said, son, I'm opening up the door some more. You don't have to stress about can you afford it, because going as a state rep right now, It's a pay cut. Just to let everybody know, when you vote for me as a state rep without that bill going through, I'm taking a pay cut. I'm not taking a pay increase. I'm taking more time away from some of the things I love, like fishing.
Hey, I heard that. I used to fish.
You used to.
Too busy these days. So, but that's good. Good answer, I would say.
Very good answer. So you've been in the council about 3 years. When you first signed up to go into public service, you probably had expectations about what you could accomplish, how quickly you could accomplish things. Sort of, what are sort of the lessons you've learned the last few years coming into a life of public service?
Come take a ride with me. Come go with me. This is what I tell people. when you tell me your problems, let's switch for a week. Oh, I can't do that. Let's switch for a day. It is not what I thought it was going to be. I came in thinking, I'm going to change this, I'm going to do this, and this going to happen. And when I say this here, this is how it's going to happen. It's not like that. But you can change things. You can do things. Okay, everybody likes a secret. So do y'all want me to tell you a secret?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Live breaking news on KSYL.
Here it is. Checkers is fun. It's fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't have to think about it. You just
Right,
go.
right.
I'm not good at playing chess. The politics is chess.
Yeah.
You have to know how to move. See, if we were sitting here playing chess, you get tired of playing chess with me because I'd say, oh, wait, I got to move this one so I can move this one this way. Oh, okay, well, what if I go this way? It takes a while to learn how to master chess. So I'm not even at the point of mastering it. I'm still playing at it. I'm still a novice, but I'm in the game. So I said all that to say this here. I'm in the game playing chess. I will not play chess with you if you're playing checkers. There's a lot of people that's playing checkers and they want to move like checkers, but you got to move like chess. That's the way the government is, and you got to find your way in there and find out what piece that you are. I've been a pawn. It's not fun being a pawn. I've been a horse to where sometimes you don't know what that horse is going to do. I won't give that part of the secret out on which part I am right now, but I will say this. I'm playing chess. And it's not a game, but you're not going to come in. I'm not going into the state legislature saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. This is what I am going to say I'm doing. I will continue doing what I've been doing. And if the people like it, they will decide in November if they want me to go to a higher level to continue doing what I've been doing and to start doing even more.
Very good. All right, he's running for state representative for District 26, and I know we'll have you back on between now and October. So we just wanted to give you an initial chance to come on, talk about why you're running, and now that we know, we'll look forward to having you on again.
And if folks want to learn more about the campaign, is it Facebook, website? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, I love this here. www.reddexwashington.com. You can follow me there. Tell the people what you did.
I went onto the website and I was actually shocked, but you keep your public calendar on the website. As you said, it's sort of like, where's Waldo? Where's Reddex? Yeah. And I thought that was great.
I keep it public. The only thing you won't know about me is what goes on in my bedroom and what goes on between me and my kids. That's sacred. You know, there's times you might see me and my kids going live, but the things I do with my kids and inside my home, that's not for everybody. But I will say this here: you can follow me on my website. You can follow me on social media, and I'm gonna say it here and let everybody know: if you support Reddex, support Reddex. I don't care what status you go with. If you support me, support me. I accept.
Sounds good. Reddex Washington.